I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again. But going to Mars should be one of the next series of steps that humans do. The first step should be going back to the moon for a number of technical reasons and exploration reasons, and then after that, Mars, maybe high orbit in Venus atmosphere, maybe going to Europa. There's all kinds of targets to go to, places of interest in our solar system. The only limit to human future is in our own imagination.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 2nd of January, 2018. Often duplicated, never quite replicated. What you are looking at right this moment is a video that is trending right now that a soldier in the UK sent me, and he said this is just more of the same. Now, what he's talking about is, according to this trending video called Why We May Not Be Able to Visit Space in the Future, is because apparently there's so much debris in orbit currently that future generations may not be able to make it to the moon or outer space whatsoever at all. Do you see the setup? Do you see what's going on? You've got NASA astronauts coming out saying that we can't go back to the moon because we lost all the technology and it would be too painful to try to redo it. But we can go to Mars, or we can go to Venus, or we can go to Europa, or we can go to Uranus, we can go to Disney World, we can go wherever we want. We can dance if we want to. You see what I'm saying? It's just all nonsensical. And you want to know why? Because it's all a lie. All of it. Every single bit of it. You see this right here? This is the sun trying to set. And they are just effectively blocking it out, bringing on what appears to be a mini ice age. They've already warned us that it was coming. But they can effectively block out the sun in a localized manner, no problem. The sun's right about there, and they're just blocking it out. They're loading the atmosphere with plasma, and they're moving on to the next time zone. See them laying out the threads right here? They do it every time, and it is effective. These guys are chemtrailing during the day. They're chemtrailing at night. They're blocking out the sun, and they're blocking out the moon. Now, what does this have to do with anything? The reason that they're steadily acclimating people to the fact that we're not going back up to the moon, we're not going back to outer space, is because we never went in the first place, because it's not something you can land on. Think about this. Think about this. Even you NASA trolls and all the other trolls that are assigned to this channel, you know they haven't gone up there because they can't pull it off anymore, because we can see. We have the technology to look on the moon right now. People have their cameras pointed up day and night, and no one's getting pictures of satellites. People are getting these lights reflecting in the skies, but you know what? People have been getting lights reflecting in the skies for time immemorial. And suddenly, all of a sudden, they're coming out with the alien card. The aliens are coming back again. Let me show you something real quick. This is a totally full moon rising up right now. First of all, when it comes up, it's enormous. Second of all, the first thing you notice is it's behind a thick layer of chemtrails already. This was taken with a Nikon P900. Totally loaded with chemtrails right off the bat. But you know the best part is, once it got up to about the 11 o'clock position in the sky, it was reflecting off the clouds, just like the sun was, in a localized manner. Do you honestly think that the moon is at 230,000 miles plus and the sun's at 93 million miles plus, but they both happen to be the identical size? Greater light, lesser light. And we can see it all the time. The reason I got out with it there with the camera is because the moon was right in front of the clouds, lighting it up perfectly. It happens all the time, just like that right there. All the time. If this was a quarter of a billion miles away, why is it lighting up just this one small swath? Use your common sense. Let go of the predictive programming. I do know how to take pictures. I did that specifically so you could see what it is I was trying to say. The moon and the sun are much closer than you think. If the clouds are at 20 to 30,000 feet, guess how far the moon is? That's why they can't keep playing this anymore, because if they tell us they go to the moon and someone pulls out a P900 or better, they can disprove it right away and really quickly. Why do you think the sudden push for aliens are coming, but we can't go back to the moon? We're hearing it from everyone. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 isn't a conspiracy theorist or an actor or an android or whatever. He came straight out and said we cannot go back to the moon, and in the same breath said, but maybe we can go to Jupiter or Mars or wherever, because you might as well make up any name you want as long as it's out of the range of a camera. And that's exactly what they're doing. There is no outer space. The water's above, the water's below. Richie from Boston. Like, share, subscribe, or don't. I'm out.